We're following the latest on the investigation into the disappearance of Savannah Guthrie's 84-year-old mother, Nancy Guthrie. She was reported missing Sunday, and authorities think she was taken from her home against her will.
We have team coverage of this investigation. Let's go out to Gabriela Becerra, who is at the home in Tucson of Annie Guthrie, who is the sister of the Today Show host and the other daughter of Nancy Guthrie. Gabby, what's going on there?
Well, Bay Troy, we've been out here all day and it was pretty quiet for most of the day. Just after 3 o'clock, I want to point out to you, this SUV pulled up and about 4 or 5 people got out. They appear to be law enforcement agents. They were wearing suits. They all went inside of the house and they were in there for about maybe 20 minutes or so before 2 of them came back out and appeared to grab some sort of supplies from the back of the truck, what we could tell maybe a tripod, and then went back into the house, and they've been in there now for about an hour without coming out. We've seen some family members, including Annie, going in and out of this house today, but again, very quiet scene. They do have security guards out here that have been out here throughout the day, but other than that, not a lot of action. Now, this comes as the sheriff this morning is telling people that he has no reason to believe that Nancy Guthrie will not be found alive. He says as her disappearance continues to gain momentum across the nation, the sheriff is warning people not to believe everything they read online. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos is doubling down on the fact that he hasn't identified a suspect or person of interest in connection to the disappearance of Nancy. He didn't schedule any interviews today, but he did share this statement that says detectives are working closely with the Guthrie family, and we appreciate the public's concern. The sharing of unverified accusations or false information is irresponsible and does not assist with this investigation. He also tells us that detectives are interviewing anyone known to have contact with Guthrie, and they're waiting on possible DNA matches found inside her home to be returned from a forensic lab. Now, again, a very quiet scene out here. There's been photographers out here all day, but other than that, we're just waiting to see when these potential law enforcement agents will come out of the house. We'll share those updates with you when we see them.
And Gabby, one of those unsubstantiated reports, that the Tucson sheriffs came out very quickly and said, look, there's nothing to it, involved the husband of Annie, who's in that home behind you there. When the agents got out, and I think earlier you said you thought they were FBI agents, were they walking with a purpose? Was it casual? I mean, you've been reporting a lot of years. What are your thoughts on what was going on there?
They were very casual, very quiet. They looked at us but didn't say anything, didn't acknowledge us. They just walked quietly into the house. Same thing when they came back out to grab their supplies. They grabbed what they needed very calmly, and then went back inside the house.
They've been in there for over an hour, too. Yeah. All right. Gabby, thank you. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is outside the apparent crime scene, which is Nancy Guthrie's house right now. Police activity has been going on there as well. So what's going on, Chase?
Well, Troy, I'll tell you, for the first time since we started covering this investigation, we are now seeing caution tape surrounding the home of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. Law enforcement just placing this about an hour ago, and it goes around the entire property. Again, this is the first time that we've seen caution tape where authorities say Nancy was taken against her will. They were put up about an hour ago. We saw that Pima County sheriffs are in the area. We also heard reports that Border Patrol was here. We know that several law enforcement agencies are involved with this situation. Also, in a recent press release sent out by the Pima County Sheriff's Department, they did say that the Guthrie home has been turned back over to the Guthrie family. However, they said this is still an active investigation, so we may see activity in the area during this process. We saw a few law enforcement officers getting out, walking around the property. We haven't seen any sort of action so far today, but you do have a vehicle blocking the entrance. You also have what appears to be a van out on the driveway of Nancy's home right here, but we're still waiting to see what exactly they are looking into. We do know that one thing that the Sheriff's Department has told us is that Nancy had several security cameras around her home. We did notice that the security camera, a doorbell camera on her front door, is no longer there. So they said there are plenty of security cameras that they're currently looking over, but at the same time, they still haven't announced any names of suspects or persons of interest. And we don't know how long this caution tape will be here, especially if the home has been turned back over to the Guthrie family. So we will be staying out here to see what the latest developments are and reaching out to the sheriff's department to find out what exactly they're looking here. Because again, they started this investigation early Sunday, just now throwing up the caution tape. We believe that their investigation here was clear, again, with them returning the home to the Guthrie family, but just speculating, it appears that they maybe something else they came across, or they have to comb over the area once again. But of course, we'll be sure to keep you updated as we learn more about this situation here.
All right, Chase Golightly there live in Tucson at the home of Nancy Guthrie.